What's going on, everybody? It's your boy 3MG. So back with 3MG stories. Now this one, I don't know if you find this shit funny or not, but this shit I don't play when it comes down to spirits, ghosts, fucking weirdos, albinos. I don't go ho. I don't play with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, y'all could laugh. I ain't find this shit funny. Now I remember this shit. I was like 11 years old, yo, and I was living back in some other apartment building, and my room was actually small, but it didn't have a door because me and my brother were actually younger than that. We're wrestling, playing around. We broke the little slide door, so we didn't have a door in that room, and my mom covered it with a curtain. We never got it fixed, I guess because we was poor as shit, you know, antenna on the TV type of poor. But I remember, yo, you know, my mom and her boyfriend, you know, he used to come home at a certain time, and my mom would be sleeping like around 8 o'clock. Like, my mom always went to bed early. I always stood up late. I don't know why, because every time it was like 11 to 12, you know, at night, the curtain, and everybody knows I live by a train station because my apartment building is like right over here. I just moved over to a house, whatever, right like down the block. So the light from the street lights would come in through the curtain, through the window of the apartment, and shine right through to my room. So little fucking figures and little fucking, I don't know, shapes and shit would be in my wall. So I would be fucking scared to the ass. Like, I would be fucking bun scared. Like, I was pussy with it. And I don't know why I always did that to myself, where I went to sleep late. Then, you know, that's why I'm so comfortable with the train noise, because that shit, I used to feel like, okay, so when shit gets dead silence, like the movie Dead Silence, when it gets silent like that, that's when I get scared. So I remember I was sleeping. I woke up like around like 12 something at midnight. And if y'all hear noise, my bad, it's because MTA sucking mad penis. But I hear a noise, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm about to get hit with some shit again. And yo, there was no train passing. I don't know why I didn't hear a train. I had my fan running. I had a fan in that room. What's even worse is I didn't have a window in that room either. I had a fan in that room. Now the fan, it was one of those, it turns like, you know, 180 back and forth. Why is it that shit stops? And my fan out of nowhere that night went, and I said, and I'm like this on my bed. I had a twin bed, and I'm laying down, and I'm like this on my sheets like this. I'm like, oh, you know how, you know, the white people in the movies, they want to throw the covers over their head? Hell no, you don't do that, because when you fucking move the covers, you're gonna see what the fuck is in your face. No, I was like this and shit. I was like, ooh. So my nigga, it was so bad that I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I'm breathing, and I can hear me going. And all of a sudden, remember, that apartment was small. My mom's room was like, once you step out my room, you walk in a little hallway area. Her room was right there. And then we have a bathroom in her room, in the living room, and in the kitchen. I hear a thing go. So I'm like, please let it be my mom in the fucking bathroom. And all I hear is boots, my dude, like boot footsteps. It goes doom, 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 doom. Oh man, I'm getting chills, yo. Ah! I looked at the little opening by my door, well, by the curtain, and all of us, whoo, the chills. Nothing. There was no hand, but the curtain looked like as if somebody pushed their hand like this, and all I seen was like dark, and then I seen like a shadow hitting off of a frame in my room, and all I heard was like a laugh, and next thing you know, the curtain moved back, and the footsteps went faster towards my mom's room. Yo, this shit is not a joke. I'm getting goosebumps. Yo, that shit was walking back quick. And I swear to God, one, I shitted on myself. That's a definite. Pooped on myself. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I pooped on my fucking ass. I don't give a shit. On that bed, I didn't even move till the next morning. Why I moved? Because my mom woke me up like, what the fuck? I thought you was dead. Oh my God, you shitting yourself. I said, the fuck I did. And she was like, what? I was like, I mean, and I told her what happened. Yo, but first, I shitted myself. And I was so hot and sweaty, but I did not give a fuck, yo. And I was like this with the quilt. And I was like, oh my God. I don't know how. And next thing you know, the fan goes, yo, I was like, yo, son, whatever this is, I'm gonna die tonight. I shitted my pants, and now I'm about to take a piss on myself. I didn't pee on the bed. I just had a bad pain on my pelvis area. Yo, when my mom woke me up the next morning, she goes to her boyfriend. Did you try to scare me? He was like, yo, I got home, I was sleeping. She goes, but did you have your boots on, this and this and that? He goes, yo, you don't remember? I don't have boots anymore. My boots ripped. I have to go pick up a pair today. And I said, he was like, nah, I didn't use the bathroom last night. I was sleeping. I said, oh, hell to the fucking no. My mom wanted to come around and go, it was probably your father. Because, you know, my father passed away when I was 3. But she always, when there's some fucking creepy shit going down, she goes, it was probably your father. It was probably, and I'm like, and that's a Spanish thing. They always want to say it was your father, it was your mom, it was your this. Well, daddy need to chill, because that shit one day is gonna fuck me up. Like, I'm gonna go crazy. You know, they say, you know, I work in a hospital. They be like, well, you shouldn't be scared of the dead. You need to be scared of real people, because the dead can't do nothing. Yeah, the fuck they could. Because they could scare the shit out of you and shit your pants. Yo, my ass was hurting. That's how much shit I pooped. I pooped OD. It wasn't even funny. I felt like an old person who couldn't hold their ass together. My cheeks open. Ploo! I just pooped. It did not fucking matter. I don't give a fuck. That's how scared I was. Like, my stomach was shaking and everything just went like that. Yo, it just went. It just happened. And I said, yo, well, daddy need to chill. Because for real, like, if he cared about me, he wouldn't be doing this. This shit is scaring me. Plus, I don't think he'll be messed up like that and fucked up to be like, and laugh at me. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So, that, yo, I don't play with that shit. And just to add in another story, I remember I slept over at my cousin's house. My mom met up with her cousins. I remember that it was these girls, it was her cousins, not my cousin recently that we just met up with, but it was her cousins. And I stood over their house. And the little girl, which I think she was like my third cousin, wants to tell me. This was when I was like 13 this time. And then she wants to tell me some shit like this. Oh, you see this doll? We never throw this doll out because, you know, for some reason it always ends up back here. Don't tell me that shit, bitch. I'm out. I'm out. My nigga, I told my mom some reckless ass story. She goes ahead and says, well, you're gonna have to stay. I'm like, hell fucking no. And because I'm 13, they want to tell me what the fuck time to go to bed. I don't play that shit. Don't fucking tell me what time to go to fucking bed when I want to hear some bullshit like that. It was an old school looking doll with the button eyes and the stringy ass threaded looking noodle hair. And I was like, fuck, those are the dolls that fuck you up when you're sleeping. I ain't fucking with it. What happens? I'm fucking sleeping. I wake up, the doll's laying next to me. Yo, I ripped that shit the fuck up. I ripped the fucking doll up. I did not give a fuck. Because I almost shit in my pants again. And I ain't fucking trying to do that. So the little girl, well, third cousin, whatever the fuck this bitch's name is, I don't fucking know. She was like, oh my God, he ripped my doll. Now she's going to come back to life. I said, the fuck she ain't. Yo, I threw the doll in the closet, went back to sleep. She was sleeping in the same room as me. She decides to leave the fucking room. And I slept there by myself. And when you shut the lights, the shit is pitch black, right? So I'm like, oh, fuck. Tell me how. It was like 3 in the morning. I hear her. And I wake up like, huh? I felt something touching my legs on the covers. And I said, yo, dad. Because, you know, my mom always said that. So I said, yo, dad. Tell me how my mom comes in because she stood over. Turns on the light saying, Ricky, what happened? This and this and that. Because she, like, as soon as I felt that, I hit my elbow mad hard on the wall. Comes over there. I turn on the light. The closet's open. And the fucking doll was right there on the bed. I said, hell no. I said, Mom, I'm going home. I said, I don't care. So remember, I screamed. I kept crying. I was screaming, crying. She was like, whatever, this and that. So I slept with her. Yo, I ain't fucking with these spiritual fucking. And you always got a family member that wants to tell you some fucked up stories like that. I don't talk to them no more. I don't associate myself with people who talk to the dead. I don't fucking talk to these little ones. I want to read your palmy hands. I don't fuck with that shit. When people want to be like, look, I see your future. Don't see nothing. Block yourself from my eyes. Block yourself from my life. I don't want to be seen. When people be like, I could read your mind. Block them. Block them like you on Facebook or something. Because that shit's going to fuck you up for the rest of your life. My mom went to that shit. And ever since then, I've been fucked up in the mind. Fuck these spirits. Nigga had a nightlight till I was fucking 16. Fuck this shit.